Hello, plant community. Thanks for tuning into Full of Foliage. Pam's here creating a safe space, showing lots of grace, sharing a lot of plant care, plant hauls, planty crafts, and the occasional shopping trips. Join me so that we can become planty friends, have fun, and possibly learn and grow. Hey guys, so as I go along and I collect these plants and I start growing my collection, there's some plants that's in my collection that really be thriving and really surviving and bring me so much joy. Where I have a collection of plants that may have me rethink this whole plant collecting idea thing, or maybe not really. I would never stop probably collecting plants, growing plants, because I love plants so much. But there are, however, some plants in my collection that's just, dare I say, gets on my nerves and make me rethink my purchases, make me rethink a whole lot of things. And I'm just going to share with you guys the plants that make me work hard to get them to survive. And as we go along, you're going to see I probably gave up on making them survive, and it's okay. So this may not be the video for the faint at heart, but if you want to just take a look and say, you know what, this happens to me too and I'm not alone, this is the video for you guys. So please show your support by giving me big thumbs up, liking, and sharing when possible. Thank you so much in advance. Okay, so I'm going to show you this plant, you guys, and listen, don't judge me, just don't judge me. And if you do, feel free if that's what you want to do. But, this is just part of the plant life. This plant right here, I'm not embarrassed, but it's embarrassing, if that makes sense. What this was, and I'm so disappointed with this plant, and I kind of gave up with it because I was just so tired of going through the hoops with it. This is actually my Scindapsus Silvery Ann, and before you guys gasp with shock, because I too am shocked. Usually I do very well with my Scindapsus, but there's certain ones, like the Argarius, the ones with the little dots all over the place. That Scindapsus was another challenging one that I killed years ago and have never went to purchase again. And this is my Silvery Ann, you guys, that pretty much, she was doing good until she was not. And I don't know what the heck happened, you guys. I don't know if I was underwatering her, if I was overwatering her. I took her out several times to take a look at the roots. The roots didn't seem to be anything crazy going there. The leaves would be curling regardless to what I was doing. At first I thought maybe it had something to do with light, maybe temperature and things like that. So I was keeping her away from drafty windows and things like that. And she just stressed me out. And so when I saw that her leaves were staying curled up no matter what I did, and then eventually it just started turning brown, you guys, honestly, I just honestly had her hanging in my dining room, and I left her like this. I just left her because I said, okay, it's up to you at this point if you want to survive. And she told me she wanted me to be out of her life, and that's okay. So I'm just going to more than likely put her in the graveyard and just RIP Silvery Ann. It's a shame because I thought this plant was very beautiful. She did provide me with joy at one point in time. But over the past few months, she has just really provided me with nothing but headache. She lost a lot of leaves. She just looks like, and I thought maybe I could save her, And sometimes you have to realize as a plant parent of when to hold on to things and when to just let them go. And sometimes it's okay to put these suckers in the trash and stop playing. Just put them in the trash. She's one of them. Sorry, it's the truth. Now, I'm going to show you another one. It's not Skin Dabsis Day. I promise you it's not. But I just realized this is another Skin Dabsis. Kind of like go against my theory of what I said. Hey, I'm good with growing Skin Dabsis. But really I am. It's just, I don't know. These suckers make me work hard. She's another one. And I actually said she and not he. Usually I say he when the plants get on my nerves. So, yeah, no pixies. But anyway, let me see. This is my Troublesome dark form. And if y'all remember, I had a problem with her probably a year or so ago. And I brought her back from the brink of death because I lost all her leaves. I didn't get a very, full specimen of her. It was like one of them specimens where you had maybe 3 leafer, possibly 4. Leaves was dropping. I got down to maybe last 2 leaves. I changed her substrate. She started thriving. Now, all of a sudden, I've been growing her in this environment, in this room, but all of a sudden, she has been just acting up. I've been spraying her down and checking for pests. And I think she does have maybe a mealybug. I'm not sure. I had noticed something white when I took her down. I don't even know if it's going to show. You see right there? So that could be the case, and I need to treat her again. But I'm always on a roller coaster with this plant. We're always so up and down. She's such a beautiful plant when she is in her glory because I love the beautiful dark leaves that she gives, and they be so shiny when she is healthy. But right now she is sick, and I got her growing in leca, and I can see through the thing. You probably can't see it. Y'all won't be able to. You see that? You actually do. See that nice healthy white root that's growing in there? So since I put her in here, she has developed more roots. So I don't really know what the problem is. I think I just really got to be upping my game with my pre-pest management with this one to bring her back. So I think all hope is not lost. I just have to put forth a little bit more effort, although I feel like I already do. You know, when you just work so hard for some of these plants, and like I said, it start taking the joy out, you know, you're kind of like, but because I kind of worked hard to bring her to this part where she's now trailing and things, I don't want to give up. And so that's where I feel conflicted. So I'm just going to treat her. But honestly, like if she was to actually RIP, I don't think I would buy her again because of the trauma she gave me. I don't think I would try my hand in it again. Usually I'm like a 3 strikes and I'm out situation. And I think this is my second try with this plant. Although the first plant I brought, it was extremely juvenile form, and I got to stop falling for that too. That's another thing too. I got to stop buying some of these plants. Certain species, I put it like that, in juvenile form, just doesn't do well in my care. It has to be a little bit more established, I think, for it to grow and thrive in my environment. And that's what I'm learning over time. This next one, you guys, this is my 3rd strike and I'm out. And I don't even know why it took me my 3rd attempt to realize that I need to give up on this plant, because I felt like it was telling me that on try number 1. But I'm really sick of this plant, and when it dies, I will not probably add it up in my collection again. Someone would actually have to gift this plant to me, and it is my Alocasia Jacqueline, you guys. It's a shame because I love the shape of the leaves. I love the texture, that scratchiness of the feel of the leaves, smooth in the bottom. I love the veination. It's just everything, right? But this plant is giving of headache, giving of trauma, and giving of vast disappointment. Strong disappointment, you guys. And she is wet. And she is wet because, surprise, surprise, but really not. She had spider mites again. So no matter what I try to do, I try to make sure she stays well watered. because I do have some successes with some of my allocations. If I maintain the consistency of the water, I notice that the pest does not come, but not with this girl. She says, I don't want to grow with you. I don't want to live with you. I don't want to be part of your environment. And we always get down to this part where we're down to the one last leaf. She shows me some form of hope, gets my hopes up high, and then the leaf will come out, and then this one will die. You know, it's just too much of a headache. I was thinking about changing her substrate, taking her out of the soil, and just putting her straight in pond or maybe some leca type of situation. And maybe, you know what, this might be my last attempt, since when she dies, she's gone. I'm not buying her again. I might go ahead and just try to go out with a bang. And see, is this? No, I thought it was a leaf trying to come. Oh, maybe it is. You see that? I don't know. Can y'all see that little thing right there? Look like a leaf. Anyway, it plays mind games. It plays tricks. And, you know, tricks are for kids. I'm sick of this plant. Let me move on. Okay, so this one is kind of like a bitter, sad situation, but it's a life lesson for me as far as growing plants. And I realize I'm just going to have to give up on this particular species, or maybe this particular variety of the species. But this is my my Rex begonia, you guys. This is what's actually left of my Rex begonia. If y'all remember, I had a big pot of her, and I had her for 4 years. I got her from either Home Depot or Lowe's. At the time, it probably was like $3.98, or, you know, before the plant prices went up. It wasn't very expensive, and I grew her out to be very full. But this year, she's just been giving me nothing but turmoil and trouble and problems. And the mother plant was infested heavily with mealybugs. And I just did not even want to go through the trial of trying to fix it, because if y'all look at this, if y'all don't have these Rex, they have these fine hairs on the stems and sometimes on the back of the leaves. It makes it extremely hard to try to rid of the pests in that regard. So I was only able to save one leaf, you guys, from what you can see. This is the leaf. And I stuck it in water, and she grew these leaves that you see right here. They grew from the actual middle part of the leaf, which really was surprising to me because I put her in water. Traditionally, that only does that if I put it in sphagnum moss, and I mean not even the stem. If I cut the stem off and put the leaf in the sphagnum, that's when I've actually seen it do this. So this is my first time of it actually doing that, for me just sticking a stick, one stem in water. But right now she's in this little small pond situation, and I'm just keeping her moist. It's rather cute, but what I've learned is, because I am I feel like I'm more successful with my cane begonias, and maybe the other, I don't know, these Rex ones, and the ones that I find that I buy at the big box stores, I've realized that I am having more challenge with them. And I don't know why. I'm not saying it has anything to do with the fact that I got it from a big box store. It's just been my experience that I'm sharing with you guys today. I don't think I'm going to buy any more of the Rex variety. I have another one inside my home. I think it's the meringue, and she's not doing good either. This is the species variety that I don't think I'm going to purchase again. Despite my efforts, she ran a good fight, but this is pretty much it. If she dies off, then it's just going to be a bittersweet thing, because she was one of the plants I've had, one of the oldest plants in my collection. And I guess that could also be the case, but not really, because the other Rex begonias that I have are struggling as well. So it's something that I'm doing, and I can accept defeat, and I'm just bowing out gracefully when it comes to the begonias. That variety anyway, not the whole entire species. Now, This one, you guys, you've seen me talk about her on my channel. And I keep bringing her up because I keep feeling like if I put the spotlight on her, magically she's going to just go ahead and turn me into a liar and start thriving. Now, she's trying to come into something, but guys, okay. It's this Anthurium pallidiflorum, you guys. And, now mind you, I brought this plant in 2021. 2021, you guys. So it's been 4 years of struggle. When I got her, it was a struggle. Trying to get her to give me a leaf is struggle. Trying to get her to maintain even the leaf being as all green like this one is a struggle. And I'm not changing. And I realize that maybe the crispiness of the leaves is probably some form of a humidity issue, but I have this plant nestled in a variety of other plants, and I feel like it's in some form of humidity. It may not be the highest, but I'm not going to use my humidifier just for one plant. So either she's going to adapt to my environment, or we're just going to be doing this from time to time. To be honest, I'm so over with this plant, and it's a shame because I love the strappy leaf plants. I love that look because I feel like it really does portray that beautiful jungle vibe, you know, without it looking chaotic. This is the latest leaf though, which is crazy. This is the first time that she's kind of like come out and droop down a little bit, so I don't know if that's a sign of her trying to get mature, although it is also one of the longest leaves. Now, will she stay like this? Chances are not. Her tips is going to be like this, and I don't even rip it off. I just let it stay this way because I feel like, you know, if you keep cutting it, it'll just keep on receding anyway. And so magically it's just been like this. It haven't really gotten any further up. That's not to say that it won't. And I changed the substrate, you guys. And that's the thing, you know, if the roots were any indication of how well the plant was growing, boy, I think I would ace it because her roots, got this root coming out. But you see that? So it's not a rooting thing. It's probably is a humidity thing. I don't know. She's getting, I think, very good light. I don't know. Could she be getting too much light? I really don't know with this one. It's just that, you know, if she dies off, it's going to be sad. I probably won't get another one. Or if I do, I'm going to have to try to find one in-house, honestly, and not even order it online. I just don't want to. This plant is as beautiful as it is a pain for me to grow. And I don't know if it's because of maybe the genetics of this plant, because when I got it, it was in bad shape, or I don't know. I don't know, but I do know this is as far as we go with her. And to the point where if I talk to you guys about her again, because I've shared her multiple times on this channel, but if I am talking about her again, she would have to do a complete turnaround in order for me to shine the spotlight on her again. So this is your last time, Missy. You either act right or you act out the door. I don't know, but here you go. Now I have this next one, you guys. I'm about to show you. This is alocasia as well. And let me just show y'all. Okay. This is my Friday, and right, you're like, dang, that's a nice specimen what she's talking about. What I'm talking about, you guys, is this is my third time buying her. That's what I'm talking about. The repetitiveness of trying to ensure that I master the art of growing her. And I have to realize, Pam, let it go. You cannot grow all plants in your collection. And it's okay. Let her go. So this is actually my 3 strikes and I'm out. Yeah, so I've had her in my collection now for at least a month. That's how new it is. So I can't even say, yeah, what you're seeing right here, you guys, is all for me growing and yada, yada, yada. I'm doing all this with the light and the water. No, 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 no. I'm not going to even lie and tell that fib. This is just her trying to slowly acclimate into my home, or slowly say, hey, I don't like how you got me growing, and I'm just going to just conk out on you. So y'all guys can wish me luck with this plant. The other two died a quick death. And honestly, I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that maybe this time around it will be different, because this plant is the fullest out of all the ones that I've purchased. That's one. Two, this is the first plant that I've actually purchased by seeing in my face. I didn't order her online. This was actually a plant that I found at a Home Depot. I couldn't believe they had it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. It's in my face. The last two purchases was online. They were way smaller specimens. I don't know. Maybe for me to have this plant survive, I need a bigger specimen. I don't know. What I do notice is, and I'm going to share, came like this. And it also is in, and there's some roots, a little bit of roots at the bottom. So that's a good sign. But it's also being grown in some kind of soft cocoa husk type of situation. This is a layer on top, and then the soil is underneath. I'm not changing the substrate on her. I'm also not blasting her on light. She is getting artificial lighting only, but she is also on the floor in my dining room, you guys. So I know not to blast her with light. I know to try my best to keep her well watered. I know not to mess with this substrate. I know to keep constantly monitoring her for pests. But honestly, you guys, this plant, she's very beautiful, but she makes me work too darn hard. And when you have a large collection such as you just cannot put all that focus on one baby and neglect the others. So yeah, she's gonna have to tell me that she wants to live. But if she dies, it definitely will be RIP with the fried egg. And what's crazy is, because of that experience, I have been not wanting to get the variegated version, as beautiful as it is. And I think I did have one time, and she died. But I do not want to try my hand, because she is a little bit more pricier between the two of them. And I feel like if I don't ace it with the all green variety, why on earth would I go ahead and buy it again for the variegated one? Yeah, just not going to do it. And that's just the reason why. Okay, so I have one last plant to share with you guys. And you probably see a little bit of her. Oh, no, not yet. And I'm going to show y'all, and I'll just talk a little bit about her. This is my combination of my failing aglaonemas. It's really crazy that I'm not able to grow aglaonemas. I don't know why. They do not do well in my collection. Now, I gotta say, I do have the Madonna one that's been doing very well, and I have a pink variety one that's doing well. I have my Frozen that's in a little semi-hydro situation, but she's not very spectacular or showy. And I think my expectations with this plant, I'm not able to meet it. You know, I love seeing those beautiful full aglaonemas that's very like a statement piece in your home. You know, if you go to the doctor's office or any form of an office building, you're seeing them being a staple there. And you'd be like, oh man, if I could only get it to grow till its fullest potential, like with what I see. But for some reason, I'm not able to. And so this is a mixture of, I think is this the white Dalmatian? This is the Maria variety. And this is my Silver Bay, you guys. And I have them, I decided to put them in like a leca and sphagnum moss situation, which is, I think, is pretty cool how it's growing. And it definitely woke up the Silver Bay one. This is the latest leaf, and it has another leaf growing. Let's see. Let's take a look. Okay, I see some form of a new leaf coming out with my Maria. And that's it. I'm really not even surprised with the white Dalmatian, you guys. That thing was a struggle for me the moment she came in my home. Yeah. And I don't, these are all, the crazy part to me about it is they're all green, the green variety ones, right? So I'm struggling with these three like nonstop. And now they're starting to show some form of act right, get right. And yeah, I'm just thinking in my head about when I first purchased these plants like 3 years ago. And the Maria, actually, the Maria one, I've actually purchased her in 2020. So I have had her for a while. The Silver Bay one I brought in next year, 21, along with the white Dalmatian. And that's just what's left. What's funny to me is in the beginning of my plant journey with aglaonemas, it's like, oh, I'm researching, and a lot of people saying, they prefer to dry out. You don't want to give them a whole lot of water. But look at this. You don't want to give them a whole lot of water, but clearly they want a whole lot of water. Look at the healthy roots that's in here. Look how I have them growing. They want a whole lot of water. So you gotta, what I'm learning is different plants want different things. It could be the same genus, but the genetics are going to be different. It's just like people, right? You can be the same race, but your genetics is going to make you be totally different from that next person that's in your same race, right? So I'm thinking, okay, this is what this plant is teaching me. Now, I kind of do like this crazy looking situation, but because of that, you guys, I've been seeing beautiful hot pink aglaonemas, beautiful ruby red aglaonemas that I really would love to add to my collection, because that pop of color is what I love. But because I struggle so much with the all green variety, dare I try the colorful ones? Dare I do that? So yeah, I kind of have decided for myself not to buy any more aglaonemas. I'm not trying to convince you guys to do the same. Don't. If you are growing these babies, I'm happy for you. Buy them all up and display them for the beautiful specimens that they are. But if you're struggling, you may want to rethink your plant purchases. I don't know. For me, I'm just rethinking it. Or if I do buy any more, should I just strip away the substrate and just instantly do this? I don't know, but with my collection that's the way that it is, I don't really want to waste any money playing a guessing game anymore with my plants. I don't want to. I want to be more mindful when I'm spending plants. I'm just, buying plants left and right, and this is a very joyful hobby, but it can become a pricey one if you allow it to become. Yeah, so I don't know about this, but these plants, she's definitely made me work hard, and I'm surprised at myself. But again, these plants, you guys, just pretty much shows that you're not going to have that perfect plant collection. No one does. You're going to have those ugly plants. You're going to have the crispiness of the leaves. You're going to have the drooping of the leaves. You're going to have the ones that's pest infested all the time. You're going to have that. You're just going to have it, and it's okay. And I'm learning to accept that. I'm learning to also not be embarrassed by that. Because honestly, you guys, in the very beginning of my plant journey, and also in the beginning of me doing this channel, I did not want to show y'all the ugly plants, because I thought maybe, okay, that's what people are not coming to watch, or whatever the case is. But then I said, you know what, I have to be me all the way through, and maybe my failures, my ugliness, my neglectfulness will either inspire someone, encourage someone to say, you know what, dang, this plant looks hideous, but I'm not the only one. And so, I don't know, hopefully, this thing going in the trash though. Well, hopefully, this helps someone. Yeah, so that pretty much ends this video, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too depressing. I tried to make it as upbeat as possible, but keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planty things, this is definitely the place where you want to remember to subscribe. Double check for me. Make sure you are subscribed if you like this kind of thing. Keep pushing those thumbs up, you guys. Thank you to all that take just one moment out of your life to push that thumbs up. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love. Bye.